Hi class, today we're going to be talking about leadership, how that connects in the workforce, my own personal experiences with it, and how this all correlates to our lesson that we learned this week in class. So, as y'all have all probably experienced, we have dealt with so many different types of leaders in our life. For me personally, I have dealt with bad and good leaders and have seen how there are pros and cons to both sides. In chapter 10 in our textbook called Communication, Business and the Professions, we learned that there are various different types of levels of leadership. The ones that stuck out to me were expert power, legitimate power, and reward power. Those I see are being used the most at my workplace, and I've seen leaders use this in a good way and a bad way. And how does this affect everything? So basically, I have had leaders who are in a higher up position than I am, and they decide that, like, oh, since I'm in a higher up position, I can just do whatever I want. Like, I don't have to respect my employees. So I've seen them like be very like degrading and just putting down others and just not being a leader that builds their team. And then the opposite end of it, I have seen leaders put their team first in front of them, and that has made the biggest difference. In the video, Why Good Leaders Make You Feel Safe, I learned that if you put your team first, the team will come back and put you first as well. And so it's like a give and take situation, which is like what is the most ideal type of leadership there is, according to the YouTube video, the TED Talk by Simon. He was talking about how, like, if you do that, if you sacrifice yourself for your team, the team will also sacrifice for you, and that is what good leadership looks like, because you are not supposed to put your workforce in front of the team, because your team basically makes up the workforce. So if your team is not on your side, there's no work to be done. So for my own personal experience, I have used legitimate power in a positive light. And whenever I'm at work, I make sure I encourage my employees. I use reward power, like, hey, if you do this one task, you can do this as a reward, or you get this as a reward. Like, sometimes I'll just get them like a little sweet treat at the store, like, hey guys, y'all did so amazing the other day and we had really good metrics. Here is a box of cookies. And so the team sees that they're putting all this effort in and it is being rewarded. Like, that makes them want to do more for you, because they see that they trust you and you're leading them to a right place, and they see how it is not only building themselves but building the entire store. And so in basic conclusion, if you are a good leader, that means that you put your team first, you build them up, and you help them be the best that they can be for the job. And when they see that they are also improving within themselves and how them being built up is helping their job, they'll be more inclined to listen to you and just be the best employees they can be. And that is basically the summary of what we learned this week. Thank you so much for listening.